I hate to interrupt right at the beginning of this video, but it's been modified from its original form. At the timestamp 153 of the original video, I show this image, uncensored of course, and this image was cited in a privacy strike violation against the original video that got it taken down. Now just to clarify, this isn't the work of some rogue YouTube AI which was broken that day. This was probably a manual strike from the creator of Sonic Passion herself, Alix Henriol, which is depicted in this picture. Now obviously all the pictures I use in my videos are publicly accessible from the internet. You can get all of these pictures of Alix Henriol that I show in the video all on the internet completely uncensored. However, I took the liberty to go through and censor every single one of her pictures in the entire video just to be sure that she has no grounds to stand on for a second privacy violation strike. Just to be clear, in my opinion, Alix Henriol is abusing the privacy violation strike function of YouTube to take down any videos which are critical of her or bring up her past with Sonic Passion. Once again, I'm sorry for interrupting right at the beginning of this video, but I wanted to clarify that it is not being presented as intended. So with that out of the way, here's the re-uploaded, censored version of my Sonic Passion video. An interest in internet subculture is also an interest in the fascinatingly macabre. While on the surface, all the memes and trolling operations seem pretty innocent and amusing, the deeper you fall into this rabbit hole, the more gruesome things can get. A lot of the time, when looking at internet subculture, you'll end up in this gray area, right in between what's perfectly innocent and fun, and what's genuinely immoral, sadistic, and illegal. Sonic Passion finds itself right in the middle of this gradient. While some aspects of it are humorous and entertaining, many are also genuinely horrifying, and many still are somewhere in the middle. So, with that said, and this disclaimer slapped right in front of your face, it's time for me to grab you forcefully by the hand and drag you down the rabbit hole of Sonic Passion. On December 28th, 1986, Alix Henriol was born in Marseille, France. Like many kids born during the 70s and 80s, she was part of the first few generations to be exposed to the rise of video games. Judging by her post on Instagram regarding gaming, she appears to have been exposed to games as early as the PlayStation, although it appears that her true fixation lay in the Sega Dreamcast. From all the information I could gather, this was where Alix was first introduced to Sonic the Hedgehog, a video game character who'd end up becoming quite important later in her life. Very little, if nothing, is known about the time between Alix Henriol's childhood and her opening Sonic Passion. However, if I had to theorize, I think it went a little bit something like this. Based off some statements released by Alix Henriol herself, it appears that she had some chronic case of megalomania, or at least an obsession with artificial perfection. While there's no information on what triggered this initially, it appears that Alix Henriol had, and continues to have, an unhealthy fixation with her own and others' physical appearance. In my opinion, this is what led Alix to an unhealthy fixation with aspects of artificial world building, like for example, video game characters. Many video game characters, especially in the 1980s, were designed on purpose to look as visually appealing and quote-unquote perfect as possible. And so I don't think it's preposterous to say that combining an unhealthy obsession with physical perfection and an overexposure to video games may have led to a situation like Sonic Passion. The earliest mention of Sonic Passion that I could find on the internet dates all the way back from 2004. However, the single most notorious article regarding the site is this one over here, Sonic Passion, a case study on idiots. This is one of a very few websites I could find with evidence and screenshots of the existence and of the very eccentric nature of the Sonic Passion forums. According to this website, and many other sources that cite Sonic Passion, it was a website dedicated entirely to a concept named robophilia. This was Alix Henriol's way to describe the sexual attraction between her and video game characters. That may sound really odd to you, especially if you know that robophilia means the attraction to a robot and not to a video game character. However, when we reach 2013 and talk about Alix Henriol's statement after the closing of Sonic Passion, I think this will make a lot more sense. But anyways, this robophilia, which Sonic Passion is centered around, appears to span span a variety of franchises and characters. Here's the only complete list I was able to find. Bomberman with 2 topics and 17 replies, Bubsy the Bobcat with thankfully 0 activity, Kirby with 1 topic and 10 replies, Mario Brothers with 4 topics and 12 replies, Oddworld Abe's Odyssey with 0 topics and 0 replies, Pokemon with 2 topics and 5 replies, one of them reading Hottest Pokemon ? Spyro the Dragon with 5 topics and 7 replies, Yoshi with 1 topic and 4 replies, and Zelda with 2 topics and 7 replies. I'm assuming the rest of the forum is dedicated entirely to Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm not gay, but there's something about Sonic's This is a post from Alix Henriol herself. I want him to vomit in my mouth. I want him to piss, and snot in my mouth. Okay, here's another one. This is an infidel. This is a lady called Sukan Kun, and she says, Alex, sorry, but I've always wondered this. Would you really be willing to eat his vomit? Have you ever eaten vomit before? How dare this lady doubt the dedication that Alix Henriol has to Sonic? And of course, Alix Henriol is gonna respond with, fortunately, you're sorry. What it means is that you would be willing to think that I'm a liar. I am not a liar. I think absolutely all I say. Sighs, if I called my forum Sonic Passion, it's not for nothing. I'm not surprised. This user is interesting because this is actually his face in real life. This is who he is, right? And he says this, Shadow is practically my role model in life, next to the Grim Reaper and Satan. Who's Satan? I wonder who that is. It was like yesterday that I was reading a new Nintendo magazine when a page flipped down showing Sonic AB2, and I was struck with a feeling inside me. Shadow is very, very sexy. Alright then, Mr. This guy. This user, Jess the Hedgehog, says, can you open a board for those who married more than one character and genuinely love all their spouses? How will Alex respond to this? I'm sorry, Jess. As much as I'd like you and everyone to be totally pleased, as the creator of a website about love and passion, I can't extol the unfaithfulness. Besides, polygamy is forbidden in almost all the countries on Earth, and here's the proof of how much it might be harmful. Please accept my apologies. So hold up, it's fine for you to want Sonic to vomit in your mouth, but it's not good. Polygamy is where you draw the line. Like it's bestiality is fine, but you know, polygamy, no, that's no good.
Okay, so it seems that Sonic Passion's robophile, so to speak, are a colorful bunch of people. However, despite all the hilarious posts and messages, there's a far darker side to Sonic Passion than what initially meets the eye. Indeed, not all of its users limited themselves to the boundaries of the online world, and one such horribly heinous case is the tragic tale of a user by the name of Paulandamy. I'm not going to go in as much detail as a lot of other videos detailing Paulandamy go into, however, here's the general gist of the situation. Paulandamy was a true and obsessive believer in Alix Henriol's ideas of robophilia, that being the sexual attraction to video game characters. While I couldn't find any surviving evidence of his posts, I was able to find one single YouTube video from Paulandamy. In this video, he claims that he is a toonphile and a robophile, once again showing the same misunderstanding of what robophile means as Alix Henriol does.
A robo-toonophile. I'm one.
He also goes on to berate some trolls, who presumably criticize the marriage between him and a 12-year-old character from the Sonic the Hedgehog series, Amy Rose.
Because people are having a go at us for having a go at them.
It was obvious to any outside observer that Paulandamy wasn't the most mentally stable individual in the world, and clearly had pedophilic tendencies. Dreadfully, these tendencies manifested themselves in the year of 2012, when Paul Rhodes was arrested by the UK police for the serial rape of 5 foster girls aged 3 to 8. At this point, it was clear that Sonic Passion had attracted an audience of degenerate, perverted, and terrible people like Paulandamy. For as much as we can laugh at all the posts on Sonic Passion and at Alix Henriol's ridiculous obsession with Sonic, I still think it's important to realize that these are still real people with these actual ideas in their heads. Sometime after that original Sonic Passion, a case study on idiots article was published, the website was rendered entirely pay to access. There's no publicly accessible information about how much money Alix Henriol made with Sonic Passion. It appears that at some point during her life, Alix Henriol published a lot of personal information onto those celebrity tracking websites. You know the ones that have dates and zodiac signs and net worths, and her net worth on many of these sites is in the millions. Interestingly, in her quote-unquote final message, Alix Henriol claims that she really wants to be a self-made millionaire. So maybe she genuinely achieved this goal, or she's just lying on these websites. Speaking of Alix Henriol, we should probably go and take a deeper dive into her personality, her behavior, and what I think really led her to make Sonic Passion and then behave the way that she did. I previously stated that robophilia was a term used by Sonic Passion users to refer to their unhealthy attraction to video game characters. This term was coined by Alix herself, and I think it derives from her belief in perfection through artificiality. For this interpretation to work, I trust that most of what Alix said in her final message was genuine and not a lie or an exaggeration. But don't worry, there's gonna be tons of those later on. Reading her final but not really message, it becomes quite evident that Alix had a pretty warped view of what video game characters even are. To her, video game characters were completely synthetic beings, designed by humans to be perfect and not born from anything. This is exemplified in how she feels completely turned off by Sonic the second that she realizes he's voiced by a real human being and not by some synthetic robot or entity. I believe in this theory because it also explains her obsession with vanity and plastic surgery. Now, Alix claims to have milked the whole Sonic love thing as a way to make as much money as possible from Sonic Passion, and also as a way to gain as much attention on the internet as possible. Now, I don't think this claim is necessarily false. It's pretty clear she wants attention and a lot of it. However, as we're gonna take a look at now, she continues to bury the past and ignore what genuinely happened on Sonic Passion. Alix Henriol has now become delusional about her history on the internet, and it shows most frequently on her Instagram. It all began on February 11th, 2001, when Alix Henriol's website was updated out of the blue with 2 new YouTube videos showing off her new face after plastic surgery. Soon after this, she created an Instagram account where she posts yet more vain pictures of herself and pictures of plastic surgery. She then made a Linktree page where she links various posts on Instagram regarding her and Sonic Passion. In all of these Sonic Passion lore posts, she either completely dodges the subject matter or just straight up lies. The first of these posts was on May 23rd, 2021, when she clears up a lie regarding bestiality. She would go on to make a post about how she never wrote any love letters for Sonic, which is a lie. And she would later go on to claim that the entirety of Sonic Passion was just done for attention and wasn't even real in the first place. I don't think I've ever seen such a confusing and delusional list of internet posts. In every single one of these, she appears to be vaguely attacking organizations like Encyclopedia Dramatica and Kiwi Farms for documenting her, while simultaneously giving no real evidence as to what was truly going on, when she clearly is in a position to bring some new information to light. Alix Henriol continues to use Instagram to this day, and she'll probably update her site for years to come. And as much as she clearly wants Sonic Passion to die out and be forgotten so she can become the millionaire, self-made beauty goddess she wants to be, the sad reality is that the internet never forgets. But anyways, that's pretty much it when it comes to Sonic Passion, Alix Henriol, and the rest of this fascinatingly macabre corner of the Sonic fandom. So yeah, it's time to shut down your Dreamcast and pack up your Sonic plush, because I've been Denshi. That was Wide Web World, Episode 5. Goodbye.
No, she'll never leave her bedroom in this bedroom called you.